Good evening, or good afternoon, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. Gwe Agpijlazi. Welcome to the Pictou County Wellness Center here in Pictou County, Nova Scotia. We begin by acknowledging that the Pictou County Wellness Center and all of Pictou County lie within the ancestral unceded territory of Mi'kma'ki. Today, here on Petter Pictou Sports, it's the second half of a doubleheader. If you tuned in earlier today, you got to see a great game between the Wherwell Bombers and the Truro Bearcats in the U15 Major Hockey League. A game won by the home team by a score of 4-1. That was a regular season game. This is playoffs. And yes, we are indeed talking about playoffs. Game 4 of a best-of-5 quarterfinal series between Steele Subaru, the number 2 seed in the Nova Scotia Under-18 Major Hockey League, taking on the Weeks Majors, who finished in 7th in the 8-team league over the course of the season. So that was the matchup for the quarterfinals, 2 versus 7. And the Weeks right now are 1 win away from a Cinderella-sized upset in the quarterfinals. You saw the game. If you're a basketball fan, you may have seen that game yesterday in the men's basketball tournament down south, with the victory, the certainly unexpected victory of St. Peter's Peacocks over Kentucky. This wouldn't quite be that size of an upset, but it would definitely be a pretty big one if the Weeks were to finish off this series in 4 straight games. They split the first 2 games down in Dartmouth last weekend. The Weeks winning game 1 by a score of 4-2. The Steele Subaru coming back and dominating the second game by a score of 8-4, although it was 4-4 going into the third period, and a stretch of 4 goals in just a little over 3 minutes is what did it for Steele Subaru in that game to earn them the 8-4 victory. And then last night, game 3 of this best-of-5 series, and the Weeks able to come away with the 3-1 victory despite getting outshot in that game. It didn't matter that they were outshot. All that matters is that they were able to get 3 goals past Joey Hocko in that game. Final shots on goal favoring Steele Subaru 41 to 27. And the Weeks, Eli James was the story, making 40 saves on 41 shots, to give his team a 2-1 series lead. And no big surprise, Eli James will get the start in goal again today after he had 2 victories so far. Lisa Mumberket played well, stopping 38 of 46 shots in that 8-4 loss. She had just that short little span of about 5 minutes in the third period where Steele Subaru was able to get 4 quick goals on her, and that ended up being the difference in that game. So Eli James right now, he's the hot hand, so they're going to continue to go with him, and why not? He's 2-0 in the playoffs, has a 1.5 goals against average, giving up just 3 goals in his 2 starts, and a save percentage otherworldly. 9.63 is his save percentage through the first 2 games that he has played in the playoffs. Watching the warm-up, it looked like Joey Hocko would get the start again. He comes in with a record of 1-2 so far in the playoffs. He has played most of the minutes. Noah Harvey did play 24 minutes, giving up 3 goals in those 24 minutes of the one game that he played. But Joey Hocko comes in with a record of 1-2, 2.69 his goals against average in the 156 minutes of playoff action that he's had so far, and an .892 save percentage. Again, for the Weeks, a chance to finish off this series, a chance to pull off the upset. Lane Lahead was the big hero yesterday, along with Eli James. Lahead with a pair of goals, giving him 4 points on the playoffs so far. Ben Wallace had a pair of assists, giving him 4 points on the series as well. The only goal for Steele Subaru yesterday came off the stick of Zachary Jenkins, as the Weeks were able to, came off the stick of William Normando, my apologies. His second goal of the series. And Normando the one goal that he had wasn't quite enough. Lane Lahead, as mentioned, with 2. Aiden Tucker scored 1 as well for the Weeks in that 3-1 victory. Elsewhere yesterday, it was the Wildcats defeating the Islanders by a score of 3-2 to stay alive in that series. Game 4 of that best-of-5 goes today up in Port Hood, with the Islanders with a chance to finish the series off. The Macs have a chance to finish off the Mustangs today as they lead 2-1 after a 5-4 victory yesterday at the Lunenburg County Lifestyle Center. Game 4 of that series goes today, and the Cole Harbour Wolfpack with a chance to finish off their series today as well, as they carry a 2-0 lead up into Member 2 to take on the Sydney Mitsubishi Rush in Game 3 of that best-of-5 series. We'll try to keep you up to date on what's going on in those games, although the Wildcat Islander game was a little earlier, started a little earlier this afternoon. The Macs and Mustangs, Wolfpack and Rush, their games both a little later on this evening, but we'll try to see what we can find, particularly with the Islanders game. And just taking a quick look here, end of 2, Valley leads 2-1, so if Valley can hold on to that lead and force a Game 5 in that series, it would be down in the Valley. The exact date and time for that game it has been set now. It will be tomorrow at 4 o'clock if it has to be played. Tomorrow, 4 o'clock at the Kings Mutual Century Center, also known as the Apple Dome down in Berwick. If Steele get the victory here today against the Weeks, Game 5 of that series will also be tomorrow at 1:15 down in Dartmouth at the Zatzman Sportsplex. If the Mustangs get the victory over the Macs and force a fifth and deciding game in that one, it'll be at 6:30 tomorrow at the Halifax Forum. If the Rush get the victory today and force a Game 4, it'll go tomorrow at 1 o'clock in Member 2. And then Game 5, if that gets needed, will be Wednesday the 23rd down in Cole Harbour at the Cole Harbour Place, and would end up being the only game of that series played in Cole Harbour, as the Wolfpack had to bring their game up here to Pictou County for Games 1 and 2. There was no ice available in Cole Harbour, so they played the first 2 games of that series here at the Wellness Center. Throughout the course of this game, you can interact with Petter Pictou Sports and AOTV by going to our Facebook page, facebook.com/PetterPC Sports. That's Petter, as in my last name, PC Sports. You can get me on Twitter at PetterPC_sports. So same spelling, except I added a little underscore between the PC and the sports. Or you can go to mjahlnetwork.proboards.com. Go to the section that is marked Major U18 Board. And in the Major U18 Board, you'll see a section that says Nova Scotia Under 18 Major Hockey League Game Day and Discussion. And in there is a game day thread for this game. You can send comments, questions, whatever you want to say to me through any one of those 3 forms. We mentioned Eli James getting the start for the Weeks. He's going to need to be solid again today. Goaltending has been the key of this series for the Weeks in getting their 2 victories. They've been outshot in every game of this series, and it's just been the fact that they've been able to get some great goaltending from Eli James in those 2 wins, stopping 38 of 40 in Game 1, and then, as mentioned, stopping 40 of 41 in the game yesterday. So if you look at the keys to the game, key number 1, Eli James. Key number 2, Eli James. Key number 3, pretty much Eli James, as how well he plays could determine whether we have a game tomorrow or not. Steele Subaru certainly are the stronger of the 2 teams. There's no getting around that. There is a reason they have been able to outshoot the Weeks in every single game. There has been a reason that they were able to put 8 goals up in a single game in Game 2. And if you look at them on paper, you would say that the Steele Subaru team is a better overall team. They have just been a little bit snake-bitten in this series. They have been beaten by a goaltender who has been absolutely on fire in this series. and they're going to need to find a way to solve that goaltender, Eli James, if they want to have a chance. It's actually Noah Harvey getting the start for the Steele Subaru. So the signs that I saw in the warm-up, and so Noah Harvey, again, his record, no decisions. He only played 24 minutes of one game so far, stopping 6 of the 9 shots that he faced. So his goals against average was 7.5, and his save percentage 0.667. As we get ready for the start of the game here between the Weeks and Steele Subaru, let's send things downstairs to Bill.
For this playoff game between the Dartmouth Steele Subaru and your home team, your Wheaton Majors U18 team. Now, would you all please rise and remove your hats for the playing of Old Canada?
Looking at the starting lineups for this one, for the Steele Subaru, in front of goaltender Noah Harvey, it's going to be the defensive combination of Brady Wombolt and Jake Beardsmore, with the starting forward line Ben Mercer, Mitchell Wagner, and Camden Pellerine. Pellerine's on the defense with Beardsmore. Wombolt, Wagner, and Mercer are up front. And for the Weeks, it will be Ben Manos and Drew McKinnon on the back end. And the forward combination, Garrett McLean, Lane Lahead, and Clint McLaughlin. Actually, they have Pellerine playing up front today after he played defense yesterday. So it's Pellerine up front with Wagner and Mercer, and we are underway here at the Pictou County Wellness Center, game number 4 of this best-of-5 series. Manos, his pass intercepted by Pellerine. Pellerine can't get a shot away, though, as the puck hops off his stick. And now Lahead with the deflection, but he was on his own side of center when he did. So that's going to be an icing just 19 seconds into the game. And the Weeks will have a defensive zone face-off here in the very early going. And this is going to be key, this face-off between Mercer and McLean. Steele Subaru get possession off of the draw, but Wombolt not able to do anything with the puck as Lahead able to knock it away. Now Lahead coming down the ice. He loses control. McLean backing him up. Tried to get it across to McLaughlin. That's batted away by Beardsmore. McLaughlin chased it down, but now out come Steele. Here's Wagner with the puck. Wagner coming in, gets a shot away, and it does get through James, but James redirected it enough that it goes wide of the net. Another shot that gets blocked by McLaughlin and deflects all the way down the ice, and the Weeks will make a wholesale 5-person change. Get the puck. Steele gets the puck down into the Weak zone. Going in after it there is Foster. Foster gets tied up behind the net by Greatorex. Puck played up the ball and knocked back in deep again by Garson. Or by Kavanaugh, excuse me. Around to the far side corner. Greatorex takes a hit there from Green. Green to Mercer. Mercer's shot gets blocked by Blanchard. And the Weeks able to come out here. 1:20 gone in the first period. Moser dumps it in. Tucker going after it, but getting there is Harvey. He fires it around the boards. Back behind the net, and it comes all the way around to the near side corner. Getting position on it first is Ben Wallace. He plays it behind the net. Nobody there except for Kavanaugh, so Kavanaugh will have a chance to work it ahead, and it's played out to center. Now back on the stick of Normando. He'll find Green. Here comes Green coming in with the shot. The blocker save. Normando sends the puck around behind the net. Comes all the way to the near side. Beardsmore pinching in. He gets the puck only as far as Moser. Moser finds Greatorex. Now Greatorex will play it across to Blanchard. Blanchard has to use the back wall to play it around the boards to the line, not out, held in by Langlois. And it comes back around behind it again. This time Blanchard plays it up the near side. Beardsmore will hold it in. Try to pitchfork it down the ice, or down into the deep into the weak zone, but that was knocked away, and now the Weeks come down. Here's Smith with a shot, and the save made by Harvey, and he'll hang on for a face-off with 2:18 gone in the first period. As mentioned, this is the fourth game of this best-of-5 series. Face-off to the right of Harvey. Now played around to the far side. Pellerine there to pick up. His pass goes in behind Wagner, and that'll get all the way down the ice for another icing call against Steele. So we'll have the face-off come all the way back again. This time it'll be to the left of Noah Harvey. Smith in to take the draw against Mercer. Coming up with the puck is Pellerine. He gets it to the line and out as McKinnon couldn't quite hold. Now it's played back in, and Wombolt with it. He'll look and get it ahead. Mercer deflects that down. Coming out of the net to gather it up is James, and he'll hang on to it for another face-off. 2:47 gone here in the first period, and a bit of a slow start tempo-wise to this game as several stoppages in play in the early going here. Both goaltenders doing their part to slow down the pace. We've also had a couple of icing calls slowing things down as well. LeBlanc sends the puck behind the net. Trying to get to it is Andrews, but he's taken off the puck by Sullivan. Now Andrews will get it behind, or Radford, will get it behind the net. Radford takes it all the way to the far corner. Drops it off for Andrews, but Andrews overskates. That allows Sutherland to get to the puck. He'll ring it around the boards, gets as far as Wombolt. Wombolt can't get it back in deep as it's knocked down by Smith. Now out at center, Wombolt will play it across to Lorden. Lorden, his pass ahead, and not able to get a stick on it was Radford, so we'll get an icing call again with 3:21 gone in the first period. Trying to get another update here on the Islanders Valley game. Valley has scored again early in the third period, so it's now 3-1 for the Wildcats in that one, as they hope to force a Game 5 and force the Cape Breton West Islanders to have to travel all the way back down to Berwick for another game tomorrow. Here's Sutherland with the puck, picking up behind his own net. Long lead pass. Williams gets a piece of that one, deflects it the rest of the way down, so no icing. Now Mac Wallace going in after it, but Beardsmore gets there first. He'll play it up the wall to Foster. Foster, though, has it knocked away from him by Williams. Now around to the far side. Sears gets there first. He gives to Williams. Williams has it taken from him by Green. Green will reverse the field now to give it to Normando at the far wall. Normando pokes it out to neutral ice, but it's brought right back in again. Green now with a hit on Williams. Puck goes up into the air. Green able to knock it out to center. Sent back in by Greatorex, and it goes right on to Harvey. Harvey will set it there, and the Steele Subaru get it out to center. Now it's brought back in. Beardsmore, he goes across to the far side to Kavanaugh. His pass ahead for Green. Green across the center line. Couldn't get the puck into the weak zone. It's knocked away, but then Beardsmore gets it ahead, and Normando will dump it in right onto James, who steers it aside for Greatorex. Max Greatorex plays it ahead. Deflected by Williams, but deflected by McLaughlin, right onto the stick of Rose. And it's played back out to center. Now Blanchard will dump it back in. Weeks have to touch up, as it would have been a delay. It was a delayed offside. Now played up the other way. Wombolt, that was Langlois getting a piece of that puck. Now Wombolt will dump it in. Stopping it behind the net is James, setting it there for Manos. Langlois coming in on the forecheck, helps to create the turnover. Now with it, there was Jenkins. He'll send it down into the corner. Langlois takes a bump from Manos. Langlois able to stay on the puck as he does, but now it's taken away by McLean. They continue to battle. McLean able to get it up the wall to Smith, to Lahead rather, but he couldn't do anything with it as it was knocked away by Lorden. Now here comes Lane Lahead. Lahead pushed off the puck by Jenkins, and back to get it is Blake Pilgrim Edwards. 5:45 gone here, first period. Still no score. Pilgrim Edwards into the zone, sends the puck into the near side corner. Weeks get to it first, played up the wall. Ben Wallace will send it back. Drew McKinnon to pick up behind his own net. McKinnon met immediately by a forechecker. Tried to make a long pass. That's broken up by Lorden. Lorden will dump it in. Pellerine has to come out and touch up. He's able to do so quickly. And now the puck played ahead and out to center. Mercer backs it up. Here's Beardsmore now. Got a little bit of space. He'll gain the red line, dump the puck in all the way around the boards. Mercer, he gets tied up by McKinnon. Puck comes loose to Moser. He'll play it over to Sutherland, who gives up to Ben Wallace. Wallace lost control of the puck. Sutherland following up, but couldn't get it out of Wallace's feet. Now Wallace takes another hit, this one from Mercer. And the puck played up the wall. Sutherland gathers it in, gets a backhander away. That'll get knocked down by Beardsmore, and he'll play it ahead to Pellerine. Pellerine finds Mercer. Mercer gets taken into the boards by Sutherland, and Moser will fire it around to the far or to the near wall. There to knock that down was Andrews, but he gets met immediately with a check. And now here's Ben Wallace. Wallace trying to get through the D. Wallace takes it behind the net, tries to make a centering pass, but that's broken up by Wombolt. Now Wallace gets knocked down himself, and LeBlanc was there. Now Wallace gets to it again. He'll fire it around to the far side. Beardsmore with a little bit of room, pokes it ahead, but Vora's there to break it up. He gets it to Smith. Smith runs into Wombolt. Smith able to get a shot away, though, and Harvey steers that one aside. 7.5 gone first period. Here comes LeBlanc now. A little bit better pace and tempo now in this game as Langlois trying to get a shot away. Lots of hitting, though, by both teams. Now a lead pass ahead for Vora. Vora gets taken into the boards by Kavanaugh. That allows Lorden to get to the puck. He plays it up the wall, knocked down by Smith. Getting to it was Tucker, but Tucker, but he has it knocked off of his stick. No, it was Hunter. I apologize. Now back to get it is Green. Here comes Green. He's got a little bit of space to move. Green picking up speed and dumps the puck in, goes chasing after it. He and Sullivan, go into the end boards together. Puck comes around to the near side. Williams will get it to Sutherland. Sutherland gives back to Williams. Williams has it knocked off his stick by Green, and Green able to feed it ahead. Garson now trying to get it to Foster. Here comes Sutherland back the other way. Sutherland sends the puck off the end boards. Williams going after it. Beardsmore gets there first. When he wraps it around to the far side, though, it was knocked down by Mac Wallace. But Steele Subaru get it back, and out they come. Normando gains the red line, dumps the puck in, and Steele will make a change. Nearly 9 minutes gone, first period. Puck dumped in by Jenkins. Gathering it in there is Manos. He'll play it ahead. Now here comes Sears with it. He'll play it off the wall. Go chasing after it himself down into the corner, working against Rose. Avoids a hit from Rose. Can't avoid the second hit, though, and Steele get the puck and bring it out to center. The rugby scrum moves up the wall. Puck comes loose to Sears. Now it squirts into the weak's end, and taking it back is McKinnon, being chased by Jenkins. McKinnon goes to make a pass ahead. That goes off a Steele Subaru stick, and it comes out to center, dumped back in again by Lorden. Now Manos. Blake Pilgrim Edwards coming in. Manos plays it over to the corner, and then a long cross-ice pass to McLean. He's able to find Lahead. Lahead, though, has it knocked away from him. McLean tries to chase it down. He does. Sends it towards the net. Harvey settles it there for Lorden. Lorden will leave it for Blake Pilgrim Edwards. Pilgrim Edwards flips it out to center. Pellerine there to knock it down. Or Pellerine, excuse me. Pellerine now bringing it in across the line. Nearly lost control of it, but able to stay with it. Takes it into the corner. Turns, avoids a hit, gets it out in front, comes all the way back to the line to Wombolt. Wombolt with the shot. And the save made by Eli James, and he'll hang on for a face-off with 9:45 to go in the first period. As we get a quick delay here for a stick that was left on the ice. Out come the Weeks. Dumped in. Wombolt back to get it. He'll play it ahead to Wagner. Wagner can't get that. And so it'll go down the length of the ice. That'll be another icing call with 10:31 gone here in the first period. And back down into the Steele Subaru zone. Face-off won by Steele as Mercer wins it down into the corner. Played up the wall trying to get it to Wagner, but that's broken up by Lahead. Now Lorden gets it back. He'll go to the far side for Pellerine. Pellerine working his way up the wall and dump the puck in. Back to get it there. Blanchard, he gets taken off the puck by Mercer, but the Weeks still get it as it's picked up. And now here's McLean. He'll gain the red line and dump it in as the Weeks make a 5-person change again. With under 9 minutes left to go in the first period. Fired around the boards into the near side corner. Sullivan gets to it, plays it up for Ben Wallace, He gives to Moser. Moser has Tucker coming up with him. Moser feeds it to Tucker. Back to Moser. A couple of whacks at the puck. And Harvey able to make the saves and hang on with 8:42 left to go here in the first period. Shots on goal right now 4-4, which, if memory serves, gives the Weeks more shots than they had in the first period last night, and we still have 8:42 left to go. Puck played off the glass, and we're going to get a hand pass against the Crushers. One referee waved it off. The other referee said it was a hand pass, so we get the stoppage, and the faceoff comes just outside the Steele blue line. Just over 8.5 to go here, first period. Moser takes the draw against Green. Wallace gets it into the Steele zone. Beardsmore quickly plays it across to Kavanaugh. And now Normando dumps it down. Sullivan working in the corner against Green. Moser back to pick up the puck, fires it around the boards and out to center. Beardsmore dumps it right back in again. Puck comes around to the near side, or to the far side. Tucker gets there ahead of Normando, plays it around. Foster there waiting for it. Tried to get it back to Normando, but it goes beyond him. Now Moser will reverse the field, trying to get it to Sullivan. Sullivan takes a hit as he makes the pass ahead for Ben Wallace. Now up for Tucker, but that just a little bit out of his reach, and so it's going to be an icing with just under 8 minutes left, here in the first period. Again, a reminder that Game 5 of this series, if necessary, will be over on High Button Sports tomorrow. And as Pictou Sports works with AOTV, we're hoping to build a relationship with High Button Sports as well. Puck played out and down the ice. Back to get it there is Rose. Makes a long lead pass. Now a shot right on to James. He steers that into the corner. Andrews picks up the puck. Sends it back down towards the corner. Radford trying to get there, but getting to it first is Greatorex. And now sent out and down the ice. Here's Vora with it. Vora falls. Gets it to Smith, though. Smith, though, couldn't get a shot away. Now here's a pass out in front coming from Hunter. And that's broken up and sent down the ice as we reach 7 minutes left in the first period. Long lead pass. Breaking that up is Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh trying to get it down into the weak zone, but too much traffic in the way. Now Manos will send it ahead to Smith. Smith finds Vora. Here's Vora. His pass for Hunter a little bit behind him. Hunter coming in, gets a shot away, and able to make the save is Harvey. Puck out to center, dumped right back in again. Back to get it will be Lorden. Andrew Lorden behind his own net, waiting for things to get organized. Now he'll start to work his way ahead. Lead pass, and the puck is deflected into the weak zone by Langlois. Played back out. Now Kavanaugh dumps it right back in again. Around to the far side. Greatorex gets there first. Plays it up the wall to Williams. Now here's Mac Wallace with the shot. And Harvey gets a piece of that with his blocker to deflect it wide. Bump there between Williams and Langlois. Puck played up the wall. Langlois back with it. Now he tries to clear the zone. Sears will send it back down low. Lorden takes it behind the net. Plays it off the glass over the head of Blanchard. And Sears picked up at center, played it across, and now it's back into the Steele Subaru zone. Here comes Beardsmore. Beardsmore gaining the red line, dumps the puck in. Goes chasing after it himself, gets to it, throws it in front. Has it go off of a Weeks player, come back to him, but then it's lost, and Blanchard with it. Skates through the check of Wagner. And now here's Pellerine with the puck. Camden Pellerine throws it right on to James. He steers it to the corner with his blocker. Another shot from a very sharp angle. And the save made again by Eli James with 5:17 left to go in the first period. And you may notice a bit of a difference in the camera work from most Weeks games we've done in the past. Rather than me doing the camera while trying to do play-by-play, and therefore no zoom happening and no changes of the look happening or anything like that, we actually have a professional camera person with us. So it's going to look a little bit different and might not be the same use for coaching by having always just the wide angle shot, but we're trying to give you a little bit more flavor, a little bit more color with the camera work, and we hope that you appreciate the change here at Pictou Sports as we finally have a little bit bigger crew. Puck comes down into the weak zone, played out, now back to Manos. His pass intercepted. Green couldn't hold the line though, so Foster had to come out and touch up as Green dumps it in. Puck comes over to the near side. Manos, his pass ahead for Lane Lahead across to the far side. McKinnon in across the line. Nearly bobbles it, but gets a shot away. It gets blocked. Now the puck does come into Harvey at the side of the net. Behind the net now, the puck is worked free by Beardsmore as Harvey has lost his stick. He's going to be able to go get it though, while Foster makes his way into the weak zone and gets a shot off. And the save made again by Eli James with 3:54 left to go in the first period. Weeks out shooting the Steele Subaru right now 9-7. Something we haven't been able to say very much in this series at all. Linesman having a bit of a word with Foster and Wallace. Ben Wallace, that is. Puck ends up with Foster right off of the draw. There's a shot, save, rebound. Puck still loose and now cleared away, but held in at the line by Beardsmore. Now out to center. Tucker will get to the puck first along the wall. He ends up over skating it. He and Beardsmore tangled up. Coming back to get the puck is Green. He'll play it up the wall to Normando. Normando takes a bump, but is able to clear the zone. Now picking up is Green. He'll use the boards to get down into the Weeks end. Weeks able to pick up there. Here comes Ben Wallace. Wallace working his way around Lorden. Cuts to the area behind the net. Now out the near side. Reverses it back down the wall to Tucker. Tucker getting it out in front, but Moser couldn't get a stick on it. Now Moser does get it. He gets it to the line for Greatorex. Greatorex will play it down the wall. It ends up hitting Ben Wallace, and that allows the Steele to get possession, and out they come. Here comes a chance for Radford. Radford plays it softly towards the net. Would have had more on that, but a good job on the back check by Aiden Tucker. Tucker, arguably the smallest player in the league. I don't know for sure the stats on that, but don't ever tell him that he's the smallest guy in the league, because the size of fight in that guy, he plays like he's 6'4" and 220, and He'll go into the corners with anybody, and more often than not will come out of the corner with the puck as well. Puck played down into the corner there. Jenkins ties up with McKinnon. Coming in to try and help out is Mercer. He'll come away with the puck, but he's tied up by Smith. Smith and Mercer. Now we're going to get a penalty against Smith as his stick got up into the grill of, actually that wasn't Mercer, excuse me, that was Blake Pilgrim Edwards. But either way, they're going to call it a hook. I thought it might have been a high stick. Whatever the case, it is going to be Reese Smith, the Weeks captain, going off for 2 minutes or less as the Steele Subaru get the first power play of the game here with 2:28 left to go in the first period. Steele's only goal yesterday coming off of a power play. Langlois falls as he tries to get a shot away. That'll get cleared down the ice now as Lorden goes back. Ahead for Langlois. Langlois gives to Pilgrim Edwards. Pilgrim Edwards across the far side for Wagner. Wagner tried to get it to Jenkins, but Jenkins couldn't get a shot away. Now it's Pilgrim Edwards at the near point. His shot goes through Lahead and then wide. Now Langlois cutting towards the middle of the ice, has the puck knocked off his stick. Lahead gets it as far as the line. Pilgrim Edwards now, he'll tee it up from the top of the face-off circle, and that goes into the traffic in front of the net, and then up over the glass and out of play. We'll get a stoppage with 1:16 left in the penalty, 1:44 left to go here in period number 1. Ben Wallace, Aiden Tucker, Sutherland, and Blanchard, the penalty kill unit. Mercer, Pellerine, Wombolt, Kavanaugh, and Green, the power play unit, out there right now for Steele Subaru. Ben Wallace with the puck. He'll come out with it. He's got Tucker coming up with him. Wallace plays it down into the corner. Tucker going in after it there. Kavanaugh comes back to help out, and he'll pick up the puck, take it behind the net. Now he'll start to come out and work his way ahead. Pass across to Mercer. Mercer brings it over the blue line. Plays it back now to Kavanaugh. Near side for Wombolt. Wombolt returns it to Kavanaugh, but Kavanaugh can't take it cleanly, and the Steele Subaru have to come back out and touch up. Mercer brings it back in across the line. Tucker with the steal, but now Mercer gets the puck back, goes across to Pellerine. There's a shot and a kick save made by James, and that'll be cleared down the length of the ice. 20 seconds left in the Steele Subaru man advantage. Kavanaugh behind the net with the puck. Looking at options. Now he'll start to work it ahead. Gives to Lorden. Here comes Andrew Lorden. Firing it around the boards. Pilgrim Edwards over there at about the same time as McKinnon is. Pilgrim Edwards will come out with the puck. We're back to 5-on-5. 24 seconds left in the period. Pilgrim Edwards lost his footing, got back up, tried to make a pass. That gets broken up. But now Pilgrim Edwards gets the puck back again, gives to Normando his shot, and James makes the save and hangs on. 13.1 left in the first period. 11-9 the score, or 11-9 the shots now, favoring Steele Subaru. So they've had the last 4 shots in a row as the ebbs and flows of the game continue. There's a shot that gets blocked. Puck gets to the line, and it'll be chopped out. That should pretty much do it for period number 1 as Wombolt takes it back, and that will indeed do it for the first period as the Weeks get outshot in period number 1, 11-9, but both Eli James and Noah Harvey stop everything that's thrown at them in the first 20 minutes. We'll head to the break, tied at 0. We'll take the break, come back, get you ready for the start of the second period in just a few minutes. You are watching Nova Scotia Under-18 Major Hockey League playoff action here on Pictou Sports through AOTV. Welcome back as we get ready for the start of the second period here. Quick update on what's going on up in Port Hood. The Cape Breton West Islanders continue to trail. Last report we had 3.5 minutes left with Valley up 3-1, and they were having some issues with a pane of glass loose, but looks like they got that resolved, so that's good news. I've been in rinks where panes of glass being loose end up resulting in rather significant delays because, they'll have one staff person on in the building, and then, you get a couple of people who might have a little bit of minor expertise in sort of doing stuff kind of like that, and it sometimes takes a little bit longer to get repairs in place, but it looks like they got that done fairly quickly, so that's good news. But Valley right now just a couple of minutes away from forcing a fifth and deciding game down in the Valley, and that would go tomorrow at the Kings Mutual Center in Berwick. Again, both of the other games today a little later on. 7 o'clock start for the Max at Mustangs. Halifax with a chance to finish off that series there. Wolfpack also a chance to finish off a series on the road at Sydney at 8 o'clock tonight at the Member 2 Sports and Wellness Center. And here, the Weeks with a chance to finish off a series at home against the Steele Subaru, but right now, no score after the opening 20 minutes. As we await the teams making their way back out onto the ice, just a quick note as well, if the Weeks do win this series, if Halifax ends up holding on and winning their series, it would be the Weeks against Halifax in the second round. If the South Shore Mustangs are able to somehow come back and upset the Max, then the Weeks would have would get the lower of the other two survivors besides South Shore, as South Shore as the 8th seed would be the lowest remaining seed. The Weeks as the 7th would be the second lowest remaining, so they would get the second highest remaining seed, which if Steele if Sydney and Cole Harbour, that's the 4 versus 5 series. So the Weeks would get the winner of that if Valley comes back and wins their series against Cape Breton, and if Cape Breton wins, then South Shore wins, then the Weeks would get the Cape Breton West Islanders. You got all that? Good, because I lost myself as I was explaining all of that. Basically, the highest remaining team after the first round will play the lowest remaining team. So if it's the Weeks and Halifax, that would be the highest and the lowest because it would be 1 versus 7. If it's South Shore, then the Weeks would get the second-ranked team out of the 4 teams that are left because the Weeks would be third. There's a shot on a sharp angle. Save made there by Harvey. Puck comes out to the high slot. McLean turns, shoots. That gets knocked down by the crowd in front. Now McKinnon fans on a shot attempt. And the Steele Subaru able to clear it out to center. Manos tries to dump it back in. It's knocked down by Wombolt. He'll fire it around the boards. Comes all the way up the wall to Pellerine. Pellerine makes a couple of moves. Pellerine with a backhander. Tries to get it over to Wagner. But that ends up going just wide. Now behind the net, Mercer coming out. Tries to get in front for Pellerine. He does, but what a save! What an incredible save there by Eli James. And that pass back ends up missing its intended target, going down the length of the ice. Harvey will set it up there for Wombolt. Wombolt now will feed it to Lorden. Lorden works it ahead. And Foster will bring the puck in across the line. He's got Green with him. Foster to Green, but that pass was into his feet, and Green couldn't get a shot away. If that pass was a little better into the shooting position for Green, it'd be 1-0 right now, as he had lots of cage to work with. But what a save moments earlier by Eli James. Here's Beardsmore with the puck now, as Steele Subaru continue to pressure. There's a shot that goes wide, rather. Comes up the wall. Vora working his way through center. Takes a bump from Kavanaugh. Green goes back. He'll fire the puck around to the far side for Beardsmore. His pass ahead. And out with it now. Here is Normando. Normando. His shot goes off of I believe that was Greatorex. Now Greatorex gets the puck over to Blanchard. Blanchard, his pass for Vora. Rose right there to help break that up, but Vora still gets the puck. He'll ring it around the boards. Wombolt there to get it. Deep in his own zone, plays it to Pilgrim Edwards, who goes to dump it in. It ends up hitting a body and stays right near the blue line. Now Pilgrim Edwards backs it up to Wombolt, who dumps it in. This time it does get past everybody, and Sutherland has to go back and pick up below his own goal line. He'll play it around the boards to the far side. Hunter sets it up there. It'll be picked up by Smith. Smith now gets it to Sutherland, coming in with some speed. Here comes Sutherland, cutting towards the net. Shot, save! And the rebound cleared away by Langlois. Langlois gets it out to center. Big play there by Langlois as he was able to clear away that dangerous rebound with 2:39 gone here in the second period. Weeks with a great scoring chance there after the Steele Subaru had a glorious scoring chance a couple minutes earlier. LeBlanc wins the draw back to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh will dump it in right onto James. He kicks it over to Sutherland. Sutherland will play it around to the far side for Sullivan, but it gets beyond him. And now down low in the corner, LeBlanc. Andrews comes in to try and help out. It's played over to the far side. Hunter looking to clear. He gets it past Lorden and out to center. And now Lorden back to pick up. He'll feed it up to Radford. Radford back to Lorden. Lorden can't get his shot through Sutherland rather. Now behind the net, Radford. He takes a bump from Sutherland. And it comes up to Smith. Smith plays it ahead to Hunter, excuse me. Hunter gets it down the ice. Back to get it is Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh ahead for Andrews. He'll send the puck deep into the weak's end. Behind the net, McKinnon plays it to Manos. Back to McKinnon again. Return pass for Manos, a little bit out of his reach. Beardsmore will flip it back. It gets past Manos. Here comes Pellerin coming in, and he scores! Camden Pellerin, excuse me, at 3:46 of the second period, strikes first blood in this one. His first goal, third point of the playoffs, and Steele Subaru leads it 1-0. A big goal for Camden Pellerin. There may be an assist on that one, or there should be an assist on that one for whoever dumped it in. As the puck cleared down the ice, that's going to be an icing call. And we get another stoppage. As we await the announcement of the goal here. Draw. It's marked as an unassisted goal. I thought perhaps there might be an assist on that one to whoever flipped the puck ahead, but apparently not. And so it's Pellerin's first goal, third point of the playoffs, unassisted at 3:46. Now Wagner pokes it forward, gets past Mercer. Greatorex will pick up in his own zone. Greatorex now lead pass for Mac Wallace. His shot goes off of Beardsmore. Beardsmore takes it behind the net, plays it around to the near wall. Pellerin off the boards out to center. Greatorex can't knock it down. Mercer still chasing after it. Now it's batted out to center. Here comes McLean. He's got a couple players with him. Tried to get it to Williams. It ends up going to Mac Wallace. He plays it towards the corner and turning it the other way. Foster up to Normando. Now here's Normando with it again. Gives to Wombolt. Wombolt with a shot. And that was partially blocked. Wombolt and the entire pile end up sliding into Eli James. But James able to keep the puck out of the net here and hang on to the 1-0 scoreline with just over 5 minutes gone in the second period. And Cape Breton West with a couple of quick goals. It's now tied going into overtime up in Port Hood. Meanwhile, there's a shot from Kavanaugh, and that goes just high and wide. Now here comes McLaughlin. McLaughlin trying to work around Lorden. Sends the puck down to the corner, goes after it himself, tries to play it back to a trailer, but Green intercepts that. Now Lorden works the puck ahead. It's turned over. There's Lane Lahead with a shot and a big block laying out there by Brady Wombolt. Lahead down to Sutherland. His shot gets deflected. Puck comes to Lahead. Lahead tried to make a pass that slides off his stick, and Normando will get it, and he'll fire it down the ice, and Steele will make a change. Long lead pass ends up being in Lahead somehow avoids the offside, doesn't touch the puck. Here's Pilgrim Edwards with a shot. His shot doesn't get through. Now Kavanaugh from the point. His shot does, and it rings off the iron. Langlois sends it down behind the net, all the way around to the near side. Beardsmore going in after it. Weeks able to pick up. McLean, great effort by McLean to get that puck out to center. Kavanaugh plays it right back in again. Around to the near side corner. Pilgrim Edwards finds Langlois. Langlois looking far post for Jenkins, but a huge play by Garrett McLean to get his stick in the way of that pass. Now Wombolt with a shot. That hits Langlois in front. Sutherland gets the puck past Wombolt down the ice. Race for the puck, and it'll be Kavanaugh ahead of Tucker, so no icing, or so there is an icing, excuse me, with 13:16 left to go here in the second period. Some great chances here by Steele Subaru after getting the opening goal of the game just a couple minutes ago. Their tempo has picked up since then, as trying to build on the momentum of scoring the first goal of the game. Here come the Weeks. Pass for Lahead. Has it knocked away from him. Across for McKinnon. He pokes it down into the corner. Rose the only one there. Rose takes a hit from Lahead as he makes the pass over to Wombolt. Wombolt's pass goes off the foot of Mercer. Now Tucker gets knocked down trying to bring the puck in. Blanchard will get it in, but taken off of the puck, and Wagner will pick up. Wagner plays it out to center down the ice. Hustling back to get on it is Blanchard. He'll reach it before it gets to the goal line. Blanchard takes a bump from Mercer as he plays it across to McKinnon. Played ahead and down the ice. Now Lorden back to get it below his own goal line. Lorden, lead pass for Radford. Radford was, according to the officials, on his own side of center. And so it's going to be an icing call against Steele Subaru. Looked to me like he very well could have been standing on the red line. But I don't think you're going to convince these officials to change that call around. It's a little late now as we've dropped the puck and play has gone on. Mercer able to get it ahead, and out come Steele Subaru. Here's Radford with the puck, but Andrews was just a step early on the far side as Radford was coming in near side, and we'll get the offside with 12:08 gone here in period number 2, or 12:08 left here in period number 2. Radford off of the draw, flips the puck down into the Weeks end. Manos back to get it. He'll play it up the wall. Tucker picks up there. Tucker able to get it up to Moser. He finds Ben Wallace. Wallace taking a bump from Kavanaugh, gets it to Moser. Moser reverses it back. Wallace can't pick up. Kavanaugh will get it, and Kavanaugh works it ahead out to center. Sutherland knocks that down, and Moser will pick up the loose puck. He fires a shot. That goes wide. Moser chases down in the corner. Back to the line for Sutherland. His shot gets all the way through, and Harvey able to make the save and hang on for a face-off. 8:27 gone in the second period. And just a quick update to see if overtime has started. And Valley has scored in overtime. And Game 5 will be tomorrow in Berwick. So that series all tied up at 2 games apiece. The road team looking to do the same thing here in this one. Force a 5th and deciding game with a victory on the road to get that 5th game on home ice tomorrow. That's what Steele Subaru are going to be trying to accomplish in this game. The other two games, the road team has a chance to finish off the series today. Here's Hunter with a shot, and the save made by Harvey, and he'll hang on for another face-off. Exactly 9 minutes gone here in period number 2. Both of those other games not till later tonight, so we'll stop talking about them. Or at least we'll try to stop talking about them. Face-off in the Steele Subaru zone. Pilgrim Edwards wins the draw. Gets the puck back, now comes out to center with it. Tries to dump it in. It's knocked down by Greatorex. Cross-ice pass broken up by Pilgrim Edwards. He gives to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh gets it ahead to Jenkins. Jenkins finally gets the puck past Greatorex down below the goal line. But Blanchard is there, and he gets it out to center. Hunter overskates the puck, but following up is Smith. He feeds it to Vora. Vora gets it to Blanchard. Now it comes back to Vora. Vora trying to get away from Pilgrim Edwards, and his pass broken up. Here comes Jenkins. He's got Langwall with him. Jenkins waits, shoots, and the save made by James. Now coming the other way. Here's a chance for the Weeks coming out, and we're going to get a penalty. As the puck is touched by Jenkins, we get the whistle blown, and tripping is indicated. So the Weeks will go to their first power play of the game here with 10:07 left to go in the second period. And it's Blake Pilgrim Edwards who goes off for the trip. And I believe the Weeks have 2 power play goals so far in this postseason. But a penalty kill here, off to a good start for Steele Subaru as they get the puck the length of the ice. McKinnon back to get it as Foster was chasing him down. Now it's played ahead for McLean. Garrett McLean in across the blue line. Stops. Now plays it down into the corner. Ben Wallace trying to get a shot away, but Beardsmore gets his stick in the way of that. And it gets deflected up over the glass and out of play. And we'll get another stoppage. 1:36 left to go in the penalty taken by Blake Pilgrim Edwards. I misspoke earlier when I said that the Steele-only goal yesterday was a power play goal. They've only had 1 power play goal so far in these playoffs. It was Luke Foster's goal that at the time made it 8-4 in game number 2. The Weeks did not get any power play goals yesterday. They have just 1 power play goal on this series as well. That was a goal by Ben Wallace in the late stages, or in the early stages of the second period. There's a chance driving towards the net. Harvey gets taken down. And a good show of sportsmanship there by McLean, giving Harvey a little tap, letting him know that there was no ill intent or ill will there. I mean, these teams are definitely hard-nosed competitors. These teams definitely have built up a bit of a history over the last few years. It seems like every year Steele and the Weeks end up meeting in a playoff series, whether it's first or second round. Of course, in 2020, we weren't able to have much in the way of playoffs. But in last year, I'm pretty sure Weeks played Steele. In 2020, the Weeks played, we're going to be playing Steele in the second round, I do believe. In 2019, the Weeks played Steele. Lots of history between these teams when it comes to playoff hockey. Of course, with it being age group hockey, it changes over the players year after year. But the history and the animosity that builds between programs certainly does carry over from one year to the next, as the graduating players let it be known. As not able to hold the puck onside there was Hunter. 12 seconds left now in the penalty, as Beardsmore just waits and waits. Now he'll launch it down the ice. That's pretty much going to do it for this Weeks power play. Just 2 seconds left. McKinnon with the puck. Gets it to Smith. Smith will continue working ahead. We're back to 5-on-5. Drops it to Lane Lahead. His shot blocked by Pellerine. Lahead gets it right back, though. Now plays it to the line. Manos with the shot. That's knocked down by Beardsmore. And out comes Steele. Mercer with the puck. He's got Pilgrim Edwards. And near side he had Wagner, but the pass was broken up by McKinnon. There's a shot, and then after the whistle, Mercer gives Manos a bit of a tap on the back of the helmet. Manos says he's getting back up. Gives Mercer a bit of a shot as well. Like I said, the animosity between these two teams, that old expression, familiarity breeds contempt. As I mentioned, they seem to run into each other every year in the playoffs almost. Doesn't matter how the standings turn out, it seems to always be Steele and Weeks who meet up with each other. 7:32 to go here in this second period. Draw one by Green down towards the corner. Lorden there to pick up. He avoids a hit, then gets the pass ahead to Foster. Foster gets it to Green. Green gives to Normando. Normando with the shot. That's blocked by Manos. Manos now able to get it ahead and working out to center. Lane Lahead has it knocked off his stick by Normando, but following up, there's McLean. He takes a bump, and that allows Wombolt to pick up. He'll use the backboards to play it around to Lorden. Quickly up to Green. Green in across the blue line, takes the shot. Save made by James, and he'll hang on for a face-off. 6:57 left to go in the second period. Face-off will be to the right of goaltender Eli James. Here's Andrews. He'll take it behind the net. Out the far side. Cycles it down to Radford, but Radford taking off the puck. And here comes Sears. Sears in across the line. Down to the corner. Sharp angle shot. Goes off the side of the net. Way up high into the air. And Harvey able to watch it down into his crease and cover up for a face-off. 6:37 left to go here in the second period. And we talked about it in yesterday's game where it was tied, where the Weeks took a 1-0 lead. Steele tied it up at 1, and then the Weeks made it 2-1 and then 3-1 with a goal with just 11 seconds left in the second period. The longer a game stays close like this, yes, the Weeks never trailed yesterday. They led 1-0, then it got tied up, and then they reclaimed the lead. But the longer the Weeks stay within just a goal here, there's another shot, and James has saved the rebound, they score! James couldn't find the puck. It was behind him, and Zachary Jenkins was able to find it. He'll get his second goal of the playoffs, his third point, and it's now 2-0. Just as we were saying, the longer the Weeks can keep this game within a goal, the better their chances. And just as I was saying that, Steele get a lucky bounce. Zachary Jenkins able to find the puck behind Eli James and make it 2-0. McKinnon dumps the puck deep into the Steele zone. Kavanaugh with it now. Gives to Pellerine. Ahead for Mercer. Mercer able to dump it down. Elliott Kavanaugh with an assist on that goal, as does Ryan Langlois. So again, the goal, Zachary Jenkins, his second goal, third point of the playoffs, assisted by Elliott Kavanaugh and Ryan Langlois at 13:44, making this now a 2-0 hockey game. Here's Pellerine with the puck. He'll get it ahead to Mercer. Mercer across the line, trying to send it towards the net. That's knocked down by Sutherland, who's right there working on Mercer. Sutherland then fires it around to the far side wall. Wombolt sends it down into the corner. Pellerine takes a bump from Sullivan. Moser comes in, works the puck free for Sutherland. He gets it up the wall. Rose takes a shot. That's knocked down into the far corner. Foster down to Green, but Green can't get it under control. Sutherland will pick up. Green quickly closes the gap on him. Sutherland has to reverse field. Now plays it ahead to Ben Wallace. Wallace can't clear as Foster was right there. Now Sullivan gets the puck. He'll get it ahead and out. Tucker couldn't do anything with it as he was about to go off on a change. Rose sends it back the other way. Now Rose gets the puck again. He'll fire it in. Goes off the stick of Sutherland. Sutherland and Rose go into the end boards. Rose able to pick up. Throws it towards the front. That goes off of Ben Wallace. And out come the Weeks. Here's Moser with it. He'll send it down. Going in after it is Vora. Vora working against Lorden below the net. Kavanaugh able to pick up. He plays it up the wall to Foster. Foster able to get it ahead to LeBlanc, and LeBlanc sends it down the ice. That's going to be an icing call against Steele with 4:07 left here in period number 2. Steele leading it 2-0. Face off deep in the Steele zone to the left, or to the right, of goaltender Noah Harvey. Smith wins the draw back. There's a chance. And the shot goes off of a stick and comes to the near side wall. Back to the line. Greatorex with the shot. That goes wide. Comes up the board. Smith plays it down. It hops over the stick of Hunter. Kavanaugh will get to it behind his own net. Plays it over into the far side. And now working ahead, Lorden uses the glass to get the puck out as he takes a hit from Smith. Kavanaugh brings the puck down to the corner. It's picked up by Vora. He plays it over to the near side. Nobody there. Getting to it is Manos, able to poke it down the wall before Radford could clear. Radford a second attempt at clearing, now a third. He finally gets the puck out, and now he'll get it ahead to Andrews. Here comes Andrews coming in. His shot blocked by Blanchard. Radford gets it back. Another shot. And this time the save made by Eli James, and he'll hang on for a face-off. 3:17 left to go here in the second period. 2-0 the scoreline in favor of the visiting Steele Subaru. Again, Game 5, 1:15 tomorrow at the Zatzman Sportsplex if Steele Subaru hold on to this victory. There's a shot steered away by James. Sullivan battling in the corner. Pilgrim Edwards comes in to try and work the puck loose. Also coming in there is McLean. Langlois, among others in there. Now the puck is underneath Sullivan. It finally worked free. Lahead trying to tie it up. Now it bounces to McLean. McLean able to get it just past Wombolt out into neutral ice, but it's played right back in again. Sullivan, his pass deflected, but well on their own side of center, almost at his own blue line. Looked like it wasn't meant to be a deflection. It was meant to be a pass that was supposed to connect, but Garrett McLean could only just get a piece of it and ends up sending it down, or having it go the rest of the way down the ice. So that was an icing against the Weeks. Off the face-off, puck ends up down in the corner. Mercer gets it to Pellerine. Pellerine with a backhand shot, steered aside by James. Now up the boards, Lahead takes a hit from Mercer, also trying to get away from Wagner, and the Weeks will come out. Here comes McLaughlin. But McLaughlin bobbles the puck as he was trying to come in across the line, and that ends up putting one of his line mates offside. And then McLaughlin fires the puck in frustration after the whistle. As if not for that bobble, it could have been a good scoring chance coming in for the Weeks here in the late stages of this second period. Here's Ben Wallace down into the corner, working against Kavanaugh. Takes the puck behind the net, trying to work himself free against Green. He gets a little bit of room, but Tucker will come in and help out. It actually works to Steele's favor as Green able to get to the puck. Now he'll send it down the ice. Moser back to pick up, gives to Blanchard. Blanchard's pass goes off the foot of Sutherland and right to William Normando. And with 1:48 left to go in the second period, William Normando gets his third goal, third point of the playoffs, and makes it 3-0. And a little bit of bad luck for the Weeks on that one, as the pass goes off the skate of the intended target and goes right to Normando. And Normando all alone in front of Eli James. And here's McKinnon now working his way. And of course it is an unassisted goal. There's Green with a shot. Save made. Puck still loose. But Smith denies Foster from getting a shot away on a second chance. Now here's Vora with the puck. 80 seconds left to go in the second period. Vora has it knocked off his stick by Jenkins. Kavanaugh fans on his first pass attempt, gets the second one down to Jenkins. Jenkins with the backhand shot, save, rebound, and Andrews pounces on that puck. Eli James able to hang on, though, on that second chance opportunity. Shots in this period now 13-4 for Steele Subaru. And this more like the numbers we've seen in many of the periods throughout this series so far. Draw one by Pilgrim Edwards, back to Beardsmore. There's a shot and another save made by Eli James with exactly 1 minute on the clock. As the Weeks trailing by 3, and we see their frustration starting to show a little bit here as some chatter after the whistle. Pilgrim Edwards wins the draw back, but it ends up going out beyond the blue line. Lane Lahead gets sandwiched between Pilgrim Edwards and Jenkins. Lane Lahead gets hit again by Jenkins and goes down. As with 40 seconds left in the period, puck dumped in once again into the weak zone. Here's Pilgrim Edwards trying to cycle it with Jenkins. Pilgrim Edwards still with it. He loses control of the puck. It'll come to Beardsmore. He'll send it down into the corner. Greater X gets it over to Sullivan. Sullivan will play it up the ice. Icing gets waved off with 20 seconds left to go in the period. Here's Beardsmore. He'll carry it ahead. Beardsmore flips the puck down to the end boards. Goes in and gets it, working against Manos. But Sullivan comes over to help out. He'll play the puck to the far wall. That'll pretty much do it for the second period. As the horn sounds, the shots end up 14-3, or 14-4, excuse me, which makes it 25-13 after 40 minutes. But 3 goals, Camden Pellerine, Zachary Jenkins, and William Normando, all for Steele Subaru, have given the visiting team a 3-0 lead heading into the third period. We'll take a break, come back, get you ready for that third in just a few minutes. You are watching Nova Scotia Under-18 Major Hockey League Playoff Quarterfinal action here on Pictou Sports through AOTV. And we're back, getting ready for the start of the third period here. A game that is now in control of the Steele Subaru with the 3-0 score line. We've already had one team win today to force a fifth and deciding game in a series, as the Wildcats won in overtime earlier this afternoon at the Cape Breton West Islanders. Steele Subaru trying to match that with a victory here at the Wellness Center today. The fifth and deciding game for Cape Breton West and the Valley will be down in Berwick tomorrow at 4 o'clock. If Steele hold on to this lead, the fifth and deciding game for this one will be at 1:15 tomorrow at the Zatzman Sportsplex. 2 games later today, Halifax at South Shore. The Max with a chance to finish off that series in 4 games. Cole Harbour at Sydney. The Wolfpack with a chance to finish off that series in 3 straight. If Sydney win today and force a 4th game tomorrow and then win that one, Game 5 of that series would be down in Cole Harbour on Wednesday. But right now, our focus on the Steele Subaru trying to force that fifth and deciding game. Weeks trying to forge a comeback and finish off this series here this afternoon at home. They'd rather not make a trip down to the city tomorrow if they don't have to. But as it currently stands, it would be one game, winner take all, tomorrow afternoon at the Zatzman Sportsplex. Get there if you can. Of course, it's not guaranteed yet. A lot can happen in 20 minutes of hockey. Mercer, McLean, puck drop, third period underway, and right away McLaughlin trying to work his way in, but has the puck batted away. Manis will dump it back in, comes off the glass, fumbled, it bounces around. There's McLaughlin with a chance, he puts it through the crease, and it ends up going right along the goal line and all the way into the far corner. And that right there sort of sums up how the season has gone for the Weeks Majors. A lot of unlucky bounces and a lot of things just not quite going their way. And there we saw a prime example of it. A glorious opportunity to get a goal in the opening seconds of the third period and make it a 2-goal game. But it just doesn't quite work out. Manos plays it around the boards. Now a long lead pass. That's going to be an icing as McLean, or McLaughlin rather. I don't know why he's parking himself so far on his own side of center on that play, because even if he touches the puck, it's definitely going to be an icing. It's not even in the gray area of, well, you were within a foot or two of the line. He's barely outside of his own line when he's set up in that particular position. Here's Kavanaugh now. There's a shot and another save by James, and Green comes in to try to get his stick in the glove of Eli James, and that draws a reaction from Sutherland. And now we'll get the face-off. 57 seconds gone in the third period. Face-off won by the Weeks, but they're not able to clear the zone. Green fires it. It was going to go wide, but James gloves it down anyway. As we get yet another face-off inside the Weeks' end. Another draw won by the Weeks, and this one played out down the length of the ice. It's going to roll right to Harvey. It actually stops in some wet ice in front of Harvey, and that gives Tucker a chance to get a shot away. And Noah Harvey had to make a save as that wet ice. You can still, I don't know if the camera's able to pick it up that well, but you can still see the reflection off of the water on the ice in front of Noah Harvey. And as a result of that, that puck just slowed right down and gave Aiden Tucker that great opportunity. And like I say, this is a relatively new building still, only about 11 years old or thereabouts. And a lot of technical things about this building, very good shape. But one issue is the ice does not dry quite as quickly as you sometimes would like it to. And you see situations like that early in periods in a lot of games. There's a backhand shot as that comes around. And now out is Langlois. Here's Langlois trying to work his way past McKinnon. McKinnon able to knock the puck away from Langlois and out to center. He chases it back down, gives back to Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh gets it across to Lorden. Lorden fires it off the glass and out. Andrews gloves it down, but then Sullivan takes it away. Now here's Moser coming in. Moser gets the shot away, and Harvey able to make the save and hang on. 2:22 gone here in the third period. I don't know what exactly the solution is. Perhaps you have to look at making sure that teams take the full 15 minutes for the intermission regardless, because they might come out at the 3-minute mark and they might drop the puck at a minute and a half, and that extra minute and a half could make a little bit of difference. But we also need the officials to be a little bit more aware of the fact that there are these wet spots. Weeks able to keep the puck in the zone with a nice play by McKinnon, but then Hunter gets knocked off the puck, and now Steele come out. Here's Lorden. He takes a hit from Smith as he got the puck in, and it results in an offside against Steele Subaru with just under 3 minutes gone here in the third. Our next broadcast here on Pictou Sports, we're talking to Cole Harbour about possibly going down and doing Game 5 if there is a Game 5 in that one. Although it would depend. There's a chance. Save, rebound. Puck still free. Now McKinnon will get to it. Turns and just throws it towards the middle of the ice. Andrews able to get it out, but Sullivan stands him up in the neutral zone. Now Sullivan will play it across. We'll talk more about our upcoming schedule at the next stoppage. Wombolt will play it around to Beardsmore. Up the far wall. Radford gets it out to center. It's dumped right back in again. And now Harvey leaves it there for Beardsmore. He knocks it back to Wombolt, ahead to Radford. Radford can't find it in his feet. And coming in to get a hit in is Mac Wallace. Now McLean trying to get the puck free. Mac Wallace trying to get to it. He ends up flailing at it. And it goes off of Williams and into Harvey, who hangs on for a stop with just under 4 minutes gone here in the third. So next broadcasts on Pictou Sports, we are assuming that Northern Subway Selects will win their series against Halifax Western Capitals either in Game 3 today or Game 4 tomorrow. If that does happen, our next broadcast would be Game 1 and 2 of the Maritime Major Female Hockey League Championship Series next Saturday and Sunday from Hector Arena. Keep an eye on my Facebook page and my Twitter feed for more information on those games as they become available. Here's Kavanaugh coming in. He gets a shot away. That goes over the crossbar, comes off the end boards, picked up by Blanchard. He'll get it ahead to Lane Lahead. Lahead now for McLean. Back to Lahead. McLean takes a bump. Puck gets to McKinnon below the goal line. McKinnon has it knocked away from him. Tucker there to pick it up. He takes a bump from Green. And now Kavanaugh pokes the puck to the near wall. Foster trying to play it ahead to Kavanaugh, or to Normando. Normando will get it over to Lorden. And Lorden will dump it in right onto James, who settles it there for Manos. Just over 5 minutes gone, third period. Manos, lead pass, goes off the skate of Lahead. Beardsmore now. Plays it off the wall. It gets up to Langlois. He'll dump it in. Manos gets to it, takes a hit from Langlois. And it's passed back to Beardsmore from Jenkins, but Moser there to break that up. Moser gets it into the Steele zone. Jenkins there. He'll play it around behind the net to Rose. Rose gets it out to center. It's knocked right back in again. Beardsmore will gather it in. Reverses the field to Rose behind the net with 14 minutes left to go, or just over 14 minutes left to go here in the third period. Rose with the puck. Takes it below the goal line. Out to Wagner. Wagner gets it to Pilgrim Edwards, who'll carry through center. Pilgrim Edwards stops. Over to Wagner. What a save by Eli James! Oh my goodness. You can't ask for a much better setup than that from Blake Pilgrim Edwards over to Wagner. And Wagner's still taking a couple of looks over at Eli James there. Like, how'd you take that one away from me? What a great save by James to keep his team at least within distance. Here's Smith now with a shot. That hits traffic in front. And finding the loose puck is Wagner. He gets it up to Mercer. Mercer gets through the check of Sullivan. Gets the puck down the ice. McKinnon can't get the puck gathered in. Mercer and Smith, the two captains, go into the far corner. Also in there is Wagner. He'll come out with the puck, play it back to the line. Lorden, his shot, bounces in. Pellerine can't find the puck, reaches for it. Still can't get it settled in. And now it's picked up by McKinnon. He's trying to spring it for Vora. Vora does get a piece of the puck, but doesn't get it gathered in. Could have had a breakaway. Now we're going to get a penalty for cross-checking as Mercer took Smith down. So the Weeks will get their second power play of the afternoon/evening. Here with 13:02 left to go in the third period. And Mercer going off for the cross-check. And if ever, I know I use this expression, a must-convert power play, this is definitely it for the Weeks. Try and come to within two here. Here, Ben Wallace takes the puck down the wall, behind the net to Garrett McLean. McLean gets tied up with his man. Foster coming in trying to help out for Steele. Puck gets past Lahead, and down the ice back to pick up will be McKinnon. 1:20 left to go in the penalty. McKinnon gives to Lahead. Lane Lahead has it knocked off his stick by Andrews, but Lahead able to get it back. Now plays it over. Fanning on a shot is Ben Wallace. And it rolls slowly in onto Harvey, and Harvey easily covers up and hangs on for a face-off. 1:04 left in the penalty. 12:06 left to go here in the third period. Even if the Weeks don't score on this power play, 11 minutes will be left when it expires, which is plenty of time. But you got to figure that they're not going to get too many more power play chances. This only their second one of the night. Here's Blanchard with the puck, fakes a shot, gets it down. There's a shot, save made. Rebound will be cleared away as LeBlanc was able to play it up to Andrews. Andrews with a shot. And James makes the save and hangs on with 40 seconds left to go in the penalty to Ben Mercer. Face off to the left of Eli James. Hunter gets the puck at the wall. Cross ice pass. Jenkins gets his stick on it. It'll get to Kavanaugh, and he'll launch it down the ice again. James plays it ahead to Moser. Moser in across the blue line. Has his stick lifted, and Pilgrim Edwards able to get it down the ice. Dumped back in again. Here's Beardsmore with it now. He'll play it up. Knocked down by Blanchard. Moser wraps it around to the far side. Kavanaugh can't get it out. We're back to 5-on-5. Now the puck does come out to Mercer. He can't get through the check of Blanchard. That allows McKinnon to pick up the puck. McKinnon gives to Blanchard, back to Moser. Moser able to get it to Blanchard. He finds Mac Wallace. Wallace Can't get that pass through as Beardsmore lays out. Wallace gets it back again, though. Now out in front. It comes to Blanchard. His shot. And the save made by Harvey. And he'll hang on. 10:35 left in the third period. 3-0 Steele as we approach the final 10 minutes of the third period. Not quite sure what the issue was there, but now we get the puck drop. Mercer gets it to Wombold, who plays it around to Rose. And Steele able to clear the zone. It rolls right in onto James. And with Wagner quickly making his way in, James not going to take any extra risks here that might put his team even further down with 10:24 left to go in the third period. Mercer in to take the draw. Lahead wins it. Manos fans on a pass attempt. Now that'll get cleared out down the length of the ice. That'll be an icing against the Weeks here with 10:14 left. Face off exactly where it was. To the left of Eli James, Mercer, and McLean. Mercer wins this one. Lorden with the shot. Comes to Mercer. There's a shot. And the shoulder save made by James. Then a second save. Now out towards the front of the net. It'll get cleared away. Here come the Weeks. Here's Lahead. Lane Lahead gets it to McLean. McLean looking for McLaughlin, but it's too far in front of him. Now McLean behind the net. Gets it out through the top of the crease. It comes to the near wall. Blanchard trying to get away from Wagner. Blanchard plays it down. McLaughlin, McLean, the shot, and the save made by Noah Harvey, and he'll hang on for another face-off. 9:42 left in the third period. Face-off to the left of Harvey. As Steele win the draw, get the puck out to center. Foster trying to chip it deep into the weak zone. He can't, but Green will. Comes off the end boards. Normando will be the first one to it. He takes a bump from Greatorex, but right there was Green. Green plays it back to the line. Shot from the point. That gets steered away to the corner. Normando will play it around to the far side. Foster back to get it. He'll send it back to the line. Kavanaugh, his shot gets through, gets deflected all the way to the corner again. Now Normando can't maintain control. Ben Wallace gets it over to Tucker. Aiden Tucker will flip it down the ice. There to get it, Lorden. He'll play it up the wall. Foster gets it ahead to Green. Here comes Green. He'll gain red and then dump the puck in. McKinnon. 8:40 to go, third period. Gets it to Sutherland, up for Wallace. Wallace finds Moser. Moser to Tucker. Tucker with a shot. That's blocked by Rose. Tucker, another shot. That goes wide. Now Sutherland. He'll play it down around the boards. Tucker behind the net, tries to get it in front. Wallace will pick it up. Wallace out in front, and that's cleared away by Rose. A shot and then blocked by Rose. And Beardsmore able to play it out to center. Sutherland dumps it back in. Radford racing to the puck against Ben Wallace. Wallace able to chip it into the zone. Rose then fans on a clear attempt, and it's picked up. McKinnon with a shot. It goes off of Harvey and off the post. Still loose. They score! Weeks make it 3-1. With 7:56 left to go, So there's still a chance for the week's majors here in this one. Wombolt now sends it back in, picked up by McKinnon. He'll play it out to center. Knocked back in by Lorden. As Ben Wallace gets his third goal, 5th point of the playoffs. Matt Vora with 1 assist. And it turns out to be the only assist on that one. So Ben Wallace from Matt Vora at 12:04 pulls the Weeks to within 2. And now here's Vora with the puck again. He's got a couple players coming up with him. Puck is chipped through. Sutherland trying to get to it, but Harvey able to steer that one away to the wall. Pilgrim Edwards will get it ahead. Out here with it now is Pellerine. Pellerine with a shot. That goes wide. Out to center. Beardsmore plays it back in. Manos will bring it out. Gets around Mercer. Goes to dump the puck in. It's knocked down at the line. Mercer gets it back. Gives to Lahead. He loses control of it. McLaughlin can't get a shot away. Pellerine takes a big hit behind the net, and now Lahead trying to get away from Kavanaugh. Mercer comes in, throws a hit, but the Weeks able to maintain possession. There's a shot steered away by Harvey, and it's played out to center. Sullivan trying to gather the puck. Wagner knocks it away from him, but the Weeks get it back. Now McLean has it knocked off his stick by Beardsmore. Pass broken up by Mercer. Mercer coming into the zone, 6 minutes left to go, fires a shot, that goes well wide, comes all the way around the boards. Normando at the line, can't hold it in. He'll dump it back in though. And now back to get it will be Sullivan with 5:50 left. Sullivan, lead pass intended for McLaughlin, but McLaughlin was all tied up by Lorden. Now a pass ahead for Lane Lahead, and Lorden able to knock that away from him. Andrew Lorden doing some good work here on this shift for the Steele Subaru. Puck chipped up, and here's Lahead with it. Lane Lahead trying to get through Wombolt. Lahead into the corner. He loses control of the puck. McLean there. McLean will send it around the boards. Wombolt will be the first one to it. 5:14 to go, third period. Steele up by 2. Wombolt gains the red line. Dumps it in onto James, and with Foster there, James will hang on for a face-off. 5:05 left to go, third period. 3-1 in favor of Steele Subaru over the hometown Weeks Majors. Game 4 of the best of 5 Nova Scotia U18 quarterfinals. Moser ahead for Tucker, broken up by Kavanaugh. Kavanaugh able to chip the puck down into the Weeks end. Back to get it is Blanchard. He plays it around the boards. It gets to Kavanaugh. He takes a shot, and the save made by James. And we'll get another face-off with 4:45 left to go here in the third. Face-off will be to the right of the Weeks goaltender Eli James. Another 30-plus save performance. He's at 30 right now, and we know he's going to make at least one more in the last 4.5 minutes. He stopped 38 of 40 in Game 1. He stopped 40 of 41 in Game 3. He stopped 30 of 33 so far in Game 4. There's Pellerine with a shot, and there is save number 31 of the night for Eli James. And doing the math real quick in my head, that's 109 saves that Eli James has made in this playoff series in 3 games. So, say what you will about the Weeks Majors. The one thing that will not be their downfall in this series will be their goaltending. Eli James, and taking nothing away from Lisa Mumberket, she had a good game, not a great game, but a good game, stopping 38 shots, on 40 out of 46. And again, if you take away that 4-minute stretch where she gave up 4 goals, you know, that game was a 4-4 tie. other than that very brief amount of time early in the third period. Here's Beardsmore with it now. Beardsmore will dump it in. And, of course, this series not over yet. There's still, if the Weeks don't come back in this one, there's still Game 5 tomorrow. And you know that they are going to come all guns blazing, trying to earn that upset victory. Here's Hunter in across the line. Down into the corner. Wombolt there. He takes a bump. Able to play it ahead and out to center. McKinnon waiting for it. Sends it across to the far side for Sutherland. Sutherland dumps it in. It goes off the linesperson. Hunter now. He gets knocked down. And it's played back out. And McKinnon able to work himself free from one check and then a second. Now in across the line. Sending it towards the net. Vora can't get a stick on it. And it gets picked up by Noah Harvey, and he'll cover up with 3:07 left to go in the third period. Face-off will be to Harvey's left. McLean to take the draw against Pilgrim Edwards. With a 2-goal margin, we'll start to keep a bit of an eye on Eli James here to see if and when he decides to make a break for the bench. Obviously won't be able to right now as Pilgrim Edwards gets it deep into the weak zone. Fired around the boards. Lahead trying to get away from the check of Andrews. Plays it across. Return pass. Bounces over the stick of Lahead. And Pilgrim Edwards able to get it. Gives to Jenkins. Jenkins with a shot and another nice save made by James. And now we get a arm wrapped around the head of one of the Weeks players, and they're going to get the call, head contact, as it's going to be Pilgrim Edwards going off. Not sure how one could argue against that call, as I think it was McLaughlin's head that snapped back. And we're going to see the Weeks use their timeout now with 2:33 to go in the third period. And head coach Kyle McLennan going to try and draw something up here for his team on this power play. 2:33 to go, third period. Eli James has come onto the bench, so it's going to be a 6-on-4 for the Weeks as they try to pull back to within one. As we take a look, it's going to be Ben Wallace, McLean, Tucker, McKinnon, Lahead, and Smith against Foster, Green, Kavanaugh, Beardsmore, and of course, the goaltender Noah Harvey. 6-on-4. Weeks start with the win of the draw. Here's McKinnon. Plays it across. In for Tucker! And Tucker with the swing and the miss, the foul tip, instead of the home run that it could have been. Now across the crease, and it gets beyond. Now Ben Wallace will play it back to McKinnon. McKinnon trying to play it down low. That's broken up by Green. Green will send it down the length of the ice. That misses the net. Hustling to get to it is Foster. Foster turns, fires a shot, and that misses the far post. Now here's McLean. He sets it up for Wallace. 1:24 left to go in the power play. Wallace takes it behind the net. Into the near corner. Puck comes back to the line. Lahead gives over. Now gets it back. Lahead skates it down. Takes a shot. That comes off the end glass. Foster will get to it first. Tries to clear the zone. He can't. Held in by McKinnon. Now to Tucker. Tucker gets it to Smith. Smith with the shot. Kick save. And the rebound cleared away by Green down the length of the ice. 1:30 to go in the game. Under a minute left in the penalty. McKinnon back to pick up. You don't have a lot of time to play with here. McKinnon gets it ahead for Wallace. Wallace has it knocked away from him, and McKinnon has to go back and get it again. 43 seconds left in the penalty. Gets it to Lahead. Lahead pushes the puck forward, but Mercer is there. He sends it, and it goes just wide of the net. Now McKinnon being watched there by Andrews. McKinnon able to get it over to Wallace. Here comes Ben Wallace. Under a minute to go, third period. Andrews able to knock that puck away at the blue line. 18 seconds left in the power play. McKinnon now. Or Blanchard, excuse me. Gives to Wallace. He gets it ahead. McLean. Blanchard with the shot. And that goes wide. Now Lahead. Down to Tucker. Tucker behind the net to Blanchard. We're back to 6-on-5. Into the final 30 seconds. Tries to get it in front, but it's broken up by Wombolt. He'll send it down the ice. That's going to be an icing with 22.2 seconds left to go here in the third period. Not sure if the Weeks can get 2 in 22 seconds. It's not impossible, but it's certainly improbable at this point, which means we will see a Game 5 tomorrow at 1:15 at the Zatzman Sportsplex in Dartmouth. There's a shot blocked, and the puck will get out and down the ice again. Not hard enough for an icing this time. Quick pass ahead. We're into the final 10 seconds. Wallace will dump it in. It comes around the boards. Beardsmore gets to it. He doesn't get it, though. Lahead gets a shot away. That's steered aside, and that will do it. The final score, Steele Subaru even up the series with a 3-1 victory over the Weeks Majors here this afternoon at the Pictou County Wellness Center. A mirror image of the score from Game 3 yesterday. Ties up the series at 2 apiece. If you can get down to the Zatzman Sportsplex tomorrow at 1:15, you are in for what promises to be an incredible game. Our next game here on Petter Pictou Sports won't be until next Saturday, when we have Game 1 of the Nova Scotia Championship for the Maritime Major Female Hockey League between the Northern Subway Selects and their opponent still to be determined. Again, we are presuming that the Selects will hang on and win that series against Halifax. They're up 2-0 right now in the best of 5. On behalf of my awesome cameraman, Ashton Reekie, this is Michael Petter saying, may your skates always be sharp, may your shots always hit the top shelf. Final score, the Steele Subaru tie up the series 2 games apiece with a 3-1 victory over the Weeks Majors. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday night.